Had to get duck Waiting on the officials. Just showed up, everybody. We'll get underway here. Just kick it on the floor. Welcome back to the McKendree Metro Rec Plex, everybody. Junior rink action today on a Saturday morning. Ice Hawks back in action. Today they'll take on the Twin Bridges Lightning in Game 3 of their season series. Previous couple of games between the Lightning and the Ice Hawks, a tie and a loss. So the last game was on the 20th of December, 2-2 tie out at RP Lumber, a game that TBL came back in the third period. Hawks had a lead late in that game before going to the tie. Previous meeting before that, a 1-0 win for TBL back on the 23rd of November. That was across the way on the pro rink. Second to last game of the season for the Lightning as they will take on Kirkwood tomorrow at the Ice Zone at 4:40. Ice Hawks will face Afton again tomorrow morning across the hall in the pro ring. Hawks coming off an impressive 4-2 victory last night at All-American against Afton. Game they were down a goal twice in that game, in the first and the second. Afton got the scoring started with a goal off former Ice Hawk Braxton Pecker on the power play in the first period. Brant Haynes tied it up with 4:46 to go in the second on a feed from Loden Fager down low. Tied it up 1-1, went to the third. Didn't stay that way for long as Afton took a 2-1 lead. Again on the power play at 12:41. Then the Hawks went off. Charlie Henry scores a pair, 11:54 shorthanded, again with 55 seconds to go in the game for the game winner. Bryce Haynes tapped in another on the power play with 26 seconds to go to make it a 4-2 final, and that should set the stage for quite the game tomorrow across in the pro side of the rink. Busy day here at the Recplex. There is no parking available here as it looks to be a swim meet going on. So if you're coming out for anything later on tonight, I know there's some JV action going on, some college games as well. Parking is scarce, so be prepared to walk, bundle up. And don't forget things in the car, like I forgot my ladder on the way here. Had to walk back and get it. Nice and chilly. Things quiet down here. Once again, the Hawks back in action tomorrow, 8 a.m. against Afton. They'll be back at it, their final two games of the season next weekend. One against Chesterfield on Saturday the 7th, 8:30 a.m. out in Chesterfield. And then next Sunday, the finale at 1:15 at Queenie against Kirkwood. We'll be back on the air this afternoon as the Eagles will resume their final weekend of SIIH action. 3:10 puck drop for the Eagles against the Chicago Jets out in Afton. And then after tomorrow morning's tilt here at the Recplex, we'll be finishing up a busy weekend as the Eagles had their season finale against the Knights out in Chesterfield. Ready to go here as Hughes on the right wing, Brant Haynes on the left side. They'll flank Nate Phelps at center ice as he takes the face-off. Fager and Stinson on defense with Ducky Cope and net. Duck saving 28 of 30 as the Hawks have it in the zone, try to put one on. They'll be busy again today as the Hawks look to get a firm split of the 3 games. They're 0-1-1 against TVL here this season. They fight it in the corner. TVL trying to center it up. Bohart puts a shot on. That one swatted away by Cope. Shot on this one, doesn't get through. Now they shoot one on. That one off the crossbar off the stick of Bohart. A couple of quick shots in succession, and the Hawks going to put this one down the ice. This one will get waved off. Hughes in on the puck, goes down to the corner, gets bumped off there, hooked and held twice. Referee lets it go. Looks like we only got one on the ice. I'll take that back. There's the other in the corner as TVL able to swat it away. Bonsack picks it up near his own blue line, goes to throw it back in near side. Wraps around to the far side. As Bridgman tried to tip it out. Kept in top of the zone by Schmittling, trying to feed Holland down low as he's back from his suspension. After a fight a couple of weeks back. Center ice goes back and forth. Bonsack picks it up at his own blue line, tries to move it in, trying to feed Holland. Nolan Moore there for the Lightning to pick it up. As Twin Bridges goes to move it out. That one off the stick of Costello, clears through and into the zone. Benton Huebner in to pick it up. Centering pass intended for Thompson. Bounces up to the blue line and now knocked out by the Hawks. Costello picks it up and center brings it back in for TVL. Shot on, pad save, rebound picked up by the Ice Hawks, and they'll try to clear it away. Picked up again at center ice. This time Hicks throws it towards the zone as TVL goes for the change. Bonsack near side for Kerber. Gets it out to center. Costello shoots it cross ice for Hicks. He'll put it in the zones of defensive pairing. Moore and Costello take their chance. Ice Hawks pick it up again deep in their own end. Can't clear it away. Held in once more. Schmidt far side trying to tip it out. Now gets this one to clear, then takes a bounce off the wall. But it'll go for icing. Stops the play here with 12:26 to go in the first. That's a puck getting under control by the Hawks. They cleared away again and icing once more. And we'll try one more time from the far dot. Puck drop, this one clean by the Hawks. They circle around, try to get it out, tip this one past Hicks. This one will go again for icing. Mercinger was racing to it in the corner, but couldn't quite reach it. And we'll do it this time from the nearest circle. And again, bounces out top of the zone. Shealy throws it in wide of the net, far side for the Lightning. Into the corner it goes. Comes around near side. Now tips back into lower board behind Cope. Altensberger with it far side. Off the boards, tips it out from Mercinger as he tries to move it ahead past Dylan Williams. Picked up by the Lightning, gives it over to Hicks near side. Moves it ahead as Mahoney throws it in for the Lightning. Hawks reset again. Tied up near side. Now this one peeled away as it comes up high and almost off the glass. Thought it was coming right for us. Knocked down, settled in by Mahoney. Now Hicks had it stolen away by Stinson. Comes along the line, shot on, and save made by Stoner. First shot of the day for the Hawks, and that was coming right at Stoner's face off the stick of Colton Stinson. Good draw win, tried to get it back to Haynes, and a good play there by Solomon, breaks it up. Throw it in deep. Hawks win the race to it, flip it around far side, not far enough for Haynes. Huebner able to keep it alive for the Lightning down low. Got Bohart out front, they kick it up top of the zone, make the move around Hughes, but can't pull the trigger. Schmidt, and now Bohart blows a tire, goes into the wall. The puck comes around near side, into the corner. Solomon falls down as he tries to turn around. Falls down onto the puck and a pile of bodies fight for it along the near boards. Trickles free on the Hawk stick. Bonsack gets it out to Hughes. Micah, the former Lightning, gets just absolutely dumped by Solomon in the zone, and TBL out with it. Throw it on net to the side of that net. Duck will settle it and leave it. For Bonsack, but can't clear it away. Costello holds it in on the point. Back down low once again. Now comes out top of the zone. Stinson off the backhand, trying to hit Hughes, and that one knocked down by Costello. That's a big frame, 6 foot tall, 14-year-old defenseman out there, and able to hold it in momentarily. Now Bonsack brings it out again, across the center, dumps it in. They'll go for the change. Charlie Henry in on it, can't hold it into the zone, trickles out. Haynes on the change, picks it up at center, trying to flip it ahead. This one bounces over the stick of Henry. Now Schmittling in. Bodies on the puck. Charlie picks it up. Oh, I was trying to take a shot. It rolls off the toe of the stick and goes down low behind the net. Costello gets tied up there as the puck breaks free. Holland, far side, gets tied up. They trickle it up to Thompson. Trying to clear it out. Pass behind Moore, but picked up by Mahoney. He'll come in behind the defense. Trying to hit Moore backside. That one bounces off Nolan's stick. And a break there for the Hawks. Holland trying to put it off the boards and out, put it right into Solomon's skates, but now trickles out of the zone as they carry it. Moore, captain, wins the race to it near side. Holland tips it back to his defenseman. No reset. Kerber, far side, hits Holland at center. Evan in. Kind of moving ahead, puts it off Shealy's stick. It'll go to the corner. Down low, comes towards the front of the net. Mahoney there to pick it up. He'll turn around, come out of the zone, bring it up near side. Got Moore in front. He'll hold back. Excuse me, that's Hubner on the puck. Down to the corner. In front, backhand attempt on. A good save there from Duck. And the Hawks clear it out again. 8:30 to go in the first. No score between the Hawks and the Lightning. This one knocked down by Northrup. Brings it in the zone, tips it ahead. Pass Shealy. Gets it down low, takes a hit there up high. Anthony down, but pops right back up onto the puck. Trying to get it back to Altmansberg. That one hits off a body, and now trickles around far side. Hicks trying to clear, held in by Stinson at the point. Gets it to Mercier, brings it top of the zone. Shot on, that one off the stick of Hubner, and he's able to clear it away. Back into the zone. Stinson picks it up in front of his own net. They're going to try to catch Lightning changer. Gets it up to Mercier at center, gives it back for Stinson, brings it into the zone. With the pass it off left side. Altenberger held up at the blue line. There was no one there. Bridgman moves it up 4. Lightning in the zone. Back out to Schmidt. Takes a shot. That one off of Williams' shin and goes wide. Battle along the boards on the near side. Pile of bodies there. Schmidt in as well as Fager. And Mercier north. Back in for the Lightning from the corner. Try to center it up. Wraps around Williams. Now fan on it, top of the slot, and here comes Bonsack out of the zone with it. Trying to move it ahead. That one off the stick of Schmidt. He'll hold it in, but it's going to be offsides on TBL. We'll get a face-off here. In front with 6:50 to go. TBL out shooting the Hawks 3-1, and similar to the last game over at RP. Not a lot cooking offensively so far. That definitely turned up in that game. Expected to do the same here as Haynes backhands this one out of the zone for Hughes. Trying to get in behind McKendree. Takes him into the boards as Haynes turns around with it on the forehand. Shoots it wide off the boards far side. Solomon will pick it up for the Lightning and bring it out of the zone. Got Bohart ahead. He puts it around Bonsack. He'll keep it into the corner. Bonsack bumps him off, loose puck far side. They battle there. Gets a little bit of help from Phelps. McKinney holds it back in for the Lightning in front. Backhand attempt on. That one turned away by Kerber. Top of the zone flipped out by Hughes. Costello will pick it up. Resets to the near side. Bounces it up for Bohart as Kerber tries to bump him off the puck, turns around, throws it in the zone. Bonsack there. Puts it towards near side for Kerber. Trying to move it ahead for Haynes. It comes off his stick, and they get tied up here in front. Bohart picks it up, flips it up high on net. Duck closes the legs, leaves it for Kerber, but TVL quick on the puck. Trying to force him in. Now Henry trying to bump him off. Loose puck down low, and now here comes Mahoney in low. Shot on, save made there by Duck to keep it out. And that one goes center mass. Easy save there for Declan. Another restart here near side. One by Moore. Shealy shot high over the crossbar and up the glass. In the zone still. 5:20 to go. This one off the stick of Thompson. It'll settle for Holland far side. Evan coming in, has it on the backhand, trying to pull it in front. Has Schmittling there, tried to center it up for him. That one off a body and comes back to him near side. Now check from behind by Moore. Let it roll. Fager steps up, backhands it toward the zone, held up by Schmittling as Henry resets to the far side. Nobody there. Mahoney will bring it in for. The Lightning. Now we come back out of the zone. Hicks puts it back in. This one bounces up and into the zone. Well, kicked out by Haynes, but right to Thompson. Toe picks it. The neutral zone as he comes in. Moved ahead by Haynes, not far enough. They're going to change, and this one off the stick of Huebner and in for the Lightning. Mercier trying to bring it out. The Lightning trying to put it back in. Huebner's got it put in at the point. Trying to get some help from Schmidt as he kicks it back to center ice. Williams cross ice, nobody there as Bridgman had drifted up. Hawks bring it into the zone, trying to pin it there. Altmansberger trying to get in the way, gets a piece, but they're able to get it up to Bridgman. Hits Williams as he brings it in. He's pushed off there by Haynes. Nice move there from Bright as he steals it away and bounces it out. Pass Kokat and Trace Bridgman. And this one up high. Mercer tried to knock it out with a high stick, but lands right to the tape of high. Goes to bring it in. North out of the zone, tips it ahead. Pass Williams and Bridgman. They'll follow him to the corner. Bridgman there to steal it away. Off the board, Bonsack meets Williams, but the puck trickles out. Huebner takes a swing, taps it ahead for Hodge. Cherry picking at the blue line. Got him behind the defense. Makes the move around. Duck keeps it closed. Turns him away, and now we're going to get a stop and play here in the corner. That might have the first penalty of the day, perhaps.
When did we start the play?
No call, just a stop and play. Can't quite see the corner down there. Don't really think they ever got the shot off. Nothing hitting on the scoreboard. Hawks win the draw with that one behind Haynes. He didn't see it. Kept in by Costello. Around far side. Tied up behind Duck is Haynes and Solomon. Both kick at it. Get some help. Down low now to get it out. And this one pass. McKinney and in. Haynes there to pick it up. Costello tries to pull him off the puck. McKinney there to help out. And loose puck far side. Pass out of the zone behind Solomon. Has to pull up at the blue line is Bohart. They flip it in. Go for the change. Kerber with it behind his own net. McKinney checked off by Haynes. Loose puck picked up by the Lightning. Now tipped almost out by Hughes. Kept in by Costello. Throws it in front. That one turned away by Haynes. And now Hughes out 2-on-1 if they hurry. Haynes, tried to get it back to Micah, but too far in front. Micah from in front tried to center it up. Ooh, and that one swatted away by Costello as he flings that one the length of the ice. Baker there to pick it up in the near circle. Get it out again. This one off the stick of Holland to center. Settled it just enough to try to catch up to it. Now moves it ahead past Hicks into the Lightning zone. In front, trying to get it to Holland behind him and in front of Schmittling, trying to hold it in. Now Stinson steps up on the blue line to keep it in the zone, but this one pushed out again by Hicks. Fager, again, they reset. Stinson far side, gets it for Schmittling, and a dangerous pass there. Moore's ready to pick it up and skate in. Hicks does it instead. Puts it past Henry into the zone, 150 to go in the first. This one off the stick on Cope. And now Henry and Schmittling meet in the zone. Turn it over in front. Loose, shot on, swatted away as Moore puts it on net. On front again. Fager swats it away, gets it to Schmittling, and this one intended for Holland too far. The pass is just offline here in the first for the Hawks. Got to make those clean passes. Cost themselves a couple of breaks. Started slow last night, fell behind 1-0, tied it up. Fell behind again 2-1 before they rattled off 3 in the third to take a 4-2 victory. See that they'll have to do the same today. It's still scoreless here as we approach the 1 minute mark in the first period.
I think it's Evan.
Far side, Kerber's trying to feed Mercier in front, bouncing puck, can't pull the trigger. Now TBL able to clear it back out to center again. Hodge trying to get him behind Northrop, now picked off by Mercier, still bouncing, and that one flips up and out. Just the near boards. Schmidt. Back and forth. Moves it ahead. This one off the stick of Mahoney, but before center, and that'll be icing on TBL with 33 seconds to go here in the first. So just one shot on net for the Hawks here in the first period. That was off the stick of Colton Stinson, and that is all that Stoner has seen here so far in this one. One by TBL, down low, Schmidt wraps it off the boards near side. Bonsack will back up as TBL tips it ahead for Mahoney. They've been cherry picking with Hodge all day at the blue line. They almost had him again. Now Williams and Halbensberger get tied up. That shot in and saved away, but Cope can't gather it in. Now loose in front, picked up there by Altmansberger. He'll flip it out, icing at the call. With just a second, they'll let it run out. We'll go to the second period. TBL out shooting the Hawks 6-1, but it's remaining scoreless as we go to the second.
Okay, were you on Shoots? Just past Shoots. So you went further down toward Limburg. Okay. Yeah, so and we were one street past Limburg and to your left. Okay. But then back towards Westport, we were really close to Shoots. You just can't get to there from Shoots. Those two roads are correct. So when you get off the highway, the first exit. You're on the north side or the south side? Wherever you need to be. South side. The south side. Okay. You're close to where the yes. Yeah, you make it right there. Is it? Yeah, I guess the back over there. So I used to live there.
Teams break their respective huddles, back out for the second. The Haynes twins up front, or out on the ice, excuse me. Phelps at center, Hughes on the right side. Logan Fager on the backside once again, duck back to the net. Huebner will take the face off for TBL with Solomon on his right side. And Bohart on the left. They flip it into the Hawks zone. Haynes trying to bat it away. Now they collide behind the net. Huebner picks it up, trying to center it up. He'll flip it around far side. To Bridgman on the point. Trace bounces it off the boards for Mahoney. Back down low once again. Now Huebner loses an edge. Haynes picks it up, tries to get it up for Hughes, but instead misses everyone. Now we go for icing here with 14:29. So a quick whistle here in the second. No skulls, no penalties in the first period. So a pretty quick one there. Hawks with games in hand, looking to get points as we get closer and closer to the Blue Note Cup playoffs here coming up at the end of February. Out of the zone for the Hawks. Haynes bumped off across the center, throws it in. Hughes down low, trying to get to he can't. Williams picks it up. Or excuse me, McKendree picks it up, trying to move it out. This one over Hughes, back out the center. Solomon picks it up for TBL, comes in. Bonsack pokes it away. Now ties him up, looking for some help. Still loose. Bohart in to help out as everyone else stands back and looks on. Now cross check into Hughes. We're going to go on the power play here as TBL touches it, and they're going to give a rough. To Bohart. So with 13:57 to go here in the second, IceHawks going to go on the power play here. See if they can get something going here now.
That was a penalty on them. Yeah, remember how we talked about how fast it was?
Draw one by the Hawks, trying to set it up. Haynes near side. Bryce takes a shot, fans on it. Still sitting there, held up as the stick gets caught up under the arm of Thompson. Now in front, they turn it over. TBL gets it out. Oh, they're away on the break. Short-handed, taken down by Haynes. They want a call. No call there as Bryce able to reach around and pull it away. And for once, Bryce doesn't get called for just being too big. Grant across the center, dumps it in. Costello there to get it in the corner. He's met there by Phelps. Puts on the brakes, turns around. Haynes there to push it off. Trying to poke it away. Does. Phelps gets it in the corner. Trying to set it up again. Gets it back to Stinson on the point. Colton steps up, pushes it back down low for Phelps. Looks trying to get it to Haynes on the near side. Back to Stinson. He'll flip it down to the near side instead. Back out to Haynes. Wraps it around. That one too far for Hughes. Bouncing puck now comes up loose. Trickles out again. They're got to race down to it. Costello's on his horse. Haynes doesn't know he's coming. They throw it on net. Duck able to swat it away. No one was screaming. The Costello was streaking up at him. Racing him to the puck. Haynes again gingerly going to it as Hughes. And he take out more in the corner. 8 seconds left on the power play as they clear it away. This is going to end up being icing on the Hawks. And unfortunate with the man advantage. So that'll do it pretty much for the power play. That's face off will come all the way back down to the near circle with 3 seconds to go on the advantage for the Hawks. So drop tied up in the dot. Kerber tips it ahead for Holland. Turns around the backhand, gets it out of the zone. Bridges takes it back to his own end. Now pushed down by Henry. They seal it away. Schmidt takes a shot and score! Schmetling puts it in on the second shot of the game for the Hawks. 12:14 to go in the second. The Hawks take a 1-0 lead.
This is the danger zone right here.
Face off, one again. The Hawks can't move it ahead. Hodge turns around, throws it in. Out into the corner, Kerber there with it. Off the boards and into the corner there. Now Henry trying to tip it up for Holland, held in there by the Lightning. Kerber off the boards again for Holland. Trying to get it out, top of the zone, held in by Hodge. Shealy gets tied up with Evan. They still can't clear his Kerber's attempt to put it off the boards and out, gets held in. Far side, ripped off, back to the top. Hicks holds it on the point for the Lightning. Kerber again wraps it. That one knocked down by Schmitling, slows down, was gonna clear. Instead Hicks able to catch up, throw it back in once more. Hodge put in by Bonsack and gets away with a little bit of a board there. As Schmitling also puts one on Williams. Loose puck near side, picked up by Holland. Evan out of the zone, gets it up to Henry. Charlie goes to bring it in. That one flipped up high off the glass. Lightning sealed away. They move back up. Bonsack absolutely destroys Hodge into the board. Took Hodge right off his skates. TBL benched one of the roughing. They're not going to get it. And now it puts him into the bench. And now we're going to get one on Bonsack as he touches it. And the coach wants a word with the referees at Bonsack. Put Hodge in the second big hit. Dumped him completely into the bench. Now coach is yelling back and forth, as the official wasn't going to call anything until the TBL bench kind of lit up. Bonsack sits down and takes off his helmet. I think TBL won a 2 and 10 on this. Bonsack had huge hits. And now Coach Pfizer wants a word as well. Oh, and now got some fans yelling at the officials. The official has to turn around and tell them to relax. And now we're gonna end up getting them. Yep, this is about to toss a parent out of the game.
I think he's telling.
He's got a final warning and much more generous than many have seen. Win this one. Schmidt was shot in, kicked away by Duck. Knew it'd get interesting. Another shot in through traffic off the pad of Duck. They tried to sneak that one in under the glove. Cleared away by the Hawks. A little bit too much, but it's going to be on goal. As Stoner covers up to stop it, and we'll count that one as a shot. Even if the Lightning scorekeepers don't give it to us, I'm going to count it anyway. This is technically a home game for the Lightning. Game rescheduled from Granite City due to the cold. This was supposed to be an outdoor game today. And multiple games been moved from Granite. High school schedule also moved from there tonight. Many of those down here at McKendree. Hawks keep it in short-handed. Still 53 seconds left on Bonsack's roughing line. Stinson wraps that one to the far side for Hughes, and everyone out of the reach, but they'll say TBL could play it. They'll wave off the icing. Huber gets it up top of the zone, and now this one thrown. This one will be icing with this one on TBL. So 35 seconds left on the kill, and the Hawks are going to get an offensive zone face-off. They're going to put Bryce Haynes out with Kerber, Henry, and Holland. Here on the later 30 of the kill. 35 seconds or so. One tipped on by Holland. That one goes wide. Costello and Holland meet in the corners. They tip it up to Moore. Nolan out of the zone on front of Thompson. And Duck touches it to avoid the icing. Keeps it alive. Now the Hawks clear it up and away. This one will be icing on Southern Illinois. 13 seconds left in the penalty to Bonsack. Henry and Solomon to the dot. One by TBL. Moore trying to put it back to Hicks. Clears out of the zone. That'll pretty much do it. There's 5 seconds left on the penalty. Off the board near side for Thompson. Turns around and ices it. And that one will stop the clock just as the penalty expires. So 9:22, back to 5-on-5 hockey. Bonsack to the bench. Holland, Henry, Bryce Haynes. Excuse me, now Haynes will go off for Stinson and Bonsack, so he'll go back out on the ice. Schmittling out as well to join Henry and Holland up front. Face off here in the near circle. A little bit of a false start, one by the Hawks. Quick shot on by Holland, turned away by Stoner. And now another one on, it'll trickle on, and Stoner will hang on to it. As he's able to pick up the loose puck. Back out to Stinson. Gets it far side. So Bonsack shot that one wide to the near side. Stinson from the point trying to push it ahead. Off Hodge, right back to Colt. Now this one's shot and deflects. Oh, and a quick whistle as the puck was loose in front. Holland put one on and then another. Oh, and it looks like somebody's neck guard came off, so that's why the stop and play. Detached equipment. I guess they just saw it. So disadvantage there for the Hawks. We'll restart again here near the side. Henry again to the dot. One stolen away by the Hawks, by the Lightning. Shot in, ooh, and that one just missed as Holland lifted the leg to get out of the way. Here come the Lightning out of the zone, trying to hit Solomon ahead. They do. Good pass around the stick, shot on. Pad save there for Ducks. It comes out to the far side. First shot for the Lightning there in a hot second. Now thrown back in. They try to take out Stinson. That was up high. Now Shealy throws it back down low for the Lightning. So they're still looking for some retribution on Bonsack's hit on Hodge. Hicks. Near side for Shealy. Gets it up for Mahoney. Into the zone. Mahoney in the circle. Gets hit checked by Stinson. Drop there. Puck turned over. Stinson gets it. Gets it far side. Tipped up to Bonsack. Backhanded up for Holland. Evans slowed down. Goes into the zone and he won't make it before icing is called. 8:01 to go in the second. A penalty apiece for each team. Both teams have killed them off. Lone goal belonging to Colin Schmitling as he took the hustle play from Charlie Henry. He stole the puck away, gave it up to Colin, and rifled it past Stoner to make it 1-0. That's where we stand here. We approach the midway point of the game. Ooh, now they keep it back to Thompson. That shot in off of Haynes' stick and goes wide to the near side. Mercinger can't handle. They throw it at the net and off the stick of Thompson backhanded. Duck swats it out of the way as it was going wide. Now it comes loose top of the zone. Altenberger can't reach it to get it out. Now it comes behind him. Got a race, tips it out. Past Thompson. TBL retreats in their own zone, kicks it out to center. Moore almost leaves it behind him, but able to recover enough to get it to Huebner. Steps up. Haynes does a good job putting the stick on. Still able to get a shot off. Save made there from Cope. Mercinger comes up the other way. 2-on-1. Oh, tried to feed Altenberger just a little bit too far in front for Coop. Cooper turns around trying to get it back. Mahoney ties him up there in the corner. Gets a little bit of help. Trying to squirt free. Northrup comes in to help out. They shoot it over to Bridge on the far side. Trace now loses that one in his skates. Altenberger steps up and not before he can get it to Thompson near side. Bonsack holds it in at the point, shoots it in. That one off of Huebner's leg. It goes wide, wraps around to the far side. Schmidt in the corner, puts on the brakes. Goes to move it back up. This one past Kerber. Moore tips it ahead. Bonsack goes back down into the corner for the Hawks. Picks it up, puts on the brakes. Moore ties him up there, trying to steal it back. Hodge far side. Comes in high on Northrup as the puck clears down off TBL puck to stick to their end. Costello goes to get it out, picked up by Phelps at the blue line, but can't move it in. Instead, it bounces right onto the stick of Shealy. Shot on, save made for Duck, and he'll settle it and cover it. Stops play with 6:07. Another big save there for Declan Cope as he keeps the Lightning scoreless and the 1-goal lead intact for the Ice Hawks. Face-off far side. Phelps and Mahoney to the dot now. They'll make one last switch. Hard on the ice. They were trying to hit him as he skated in from the bench. Now they get him in the slot, but he can't get much of a shot off. Duck will cover it. And stop it with just under 6. Hodge will come back on for Bohart as we have the face-off on here in the near side. Shot on, but swatted out of the way. That was off Williams. Takes Stinson to the corner. Stinson trying to hold him off while he gets some help. They tip it out in the circle. Shot by Hodges. Fan. Oh, he broke his stick. Carried the stick to the bench. That should be a penalty. He's supposed to drop it. And we're going to get an icing call here That's supposed to be dropped immediately. The officials miss it. Let the play continue, and instead the Hawks end up icing the puck. Now Lightning with 6 skaters out, they'll send Williams off. Hawks trying to win another one here deep in their zone. They do. Off the board now. This one dies on the far board. Settled down. Hughes trying to find it. Is behind him. Phelps comes over to help out. Still bouncing. Comes out on Nate's stick. Moves it ahead for Haynes, but it's behind him. Williams gets it up to Bohart, who'll backhand it in past Stinson into the corner. Bodies down, the puck comes loose. Haynes gives it up. For Fager now across ice for Haynes, picked up by Brandt, brings it in, takes a shot. That one off the glove and over the head of Stoner. Far side. Ooh, Micah skating back, now gets a stick caught up in Hubner. Costello comes up with it. Able to muscle it out past Haynes, picked up by Bryce at center, throws it back in onside. Chase it back in, McKendree with Henry on him. Flips it up towards the point, held in by the Hawks. Put it on. Holland streaking into the slot, couldn't get there before. Bohart able to tip it out, and this one put back in. This will be a offsides play. Come back out in front of the Hawks bench. Still 1-0, 4:37 to go here in the second period. Lightning out shooting the Hawks 13-5. Hawks with the lone goal, Henry back to the dot. Win this one, Holland on the backhand, trying to put it in. It's right off the stick of Thompson. It bounces over to Moore. Nolan comes in around Haynes. Shot on, save made there by Duck. Bounces out in the slot right in front. Nobody there for TVL. As Henry able to clear it away. Trying to hit Holland off the boards. It goes too far. The TVL resets. Hubner comes back across center ice again into the zone. Bent leans on it. Goes around, another shot on. Duck with another save. TVL trying to throw these at the net, trying to get one to trickle through, as Duck has been solid on the ground here today. Hubner against Henry. One back for Schmidt, takes a shot, fans on the bit, knocked down by Hubner as he was trying to tip it on. Now Haynes clears away far side, moved ahead, tried to get to Holland. That one intercepted by Schmidt, and turns around and throws it back toward the zone. Hubner flips it in over Kerber's stick. Thompson will chase it to the corner, but not before Haynes beats him to it. Knocks a stick out of his hand and puts it far side, but not far enough. Move it up and out. Pulled back in by Moore. Shot on, glove save there for Duck, but he couldn't squeeze it. Now left by Holland. Haynes picks it up, and now we get a stop here, as we're going to get a roughing call. It's like on the Hawks. Haynes is going to go to the box for roughing here. Oh, excuse me, it's going to be Brennan Kerber. So Kerb's getting a roughing call, which is uncharacteristic here with 3:43 to go. One by the Lightning, shot on, but it's blocked away. They get it back for Schmidt, shoots it. That one goes far side. Stinson, Phelps, Hughes, and Bonsack on for the kill. Schmidt settles it down as the Hawks clear at center. He'll bring it back in far side. Gives an elbow to Stinson in the head, and they don't call it. Back in front, that shot on goes wide. Might have been off a Duck. It was. Puck again, putting it out front. Duck puts a stick on it to stop the one-timer for Mahoney. Comes out top of the zone. Schmidt holds it in against Bonsack. Now it trickles over near his side. Hughes turns around. Ooh, and avoids a big check coming from Bridgman. This one, Bonsack hooks up Bridgman. Phelps comes in with it, 2-on-1. Oh, and a good stick there from Schmidt. Turns the Hawks away. He'll hang on to it deep in the zone. 30 seconds left on the Lightning power play. Thrown out. Knocked down by Phelps, but he's got to wait. It's Hughes deep in the zone. They got to reset. They're going to try to just kill some time. Now they flip it up high. Knocked down by Mahoney. That's outside, and they'll be offside on TVL. Hawks in the midst of killing their second penalty of the day. Mercinger will come out against Huebner. They win it back to Costello. Cross ice for McKinney, a little behind him. Nolan backs up to get it, moves up to Williams. Has it knocked away by Schmittling and into the zone. Mercinger trying to pressure as Costello recovers and kicks it back up for Hodge. Simpson bumps him off, but not before he can move it in too far for Huebner. Flipped up through the zone far side. Picked up by Schmittling. Brings it out as Hodge leans on him. Mercinger picks it up as center comes in with it as the penalty is expired to Kerber. He's back onto the bench and back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here under 2 to go in the second period. Bonsack from the blue line, taps it in. McKinney picks it up to his own end. Henry pressures in there. Mercinger goes to pick it up on the near side. Off Stinson, stick at center, settles right on the stick of Dylan Williams. Skates in, takes a shot, duck there to make the save. He'll swallow it up and stop the clock with $1:37 to go.
Just maybe so they don't crash. Because he's got his blue pants on.
Henry at the dot wins it. Thrown up. This one knocked down by Moore. Ed McKinney holds it in. Down low in the corner, center it up. That one knocked away by Haynes. Now bouncing puck top of the zone. Holland turned around looking at Costello. Couldn't knock it out. Now Hawks able to clear it away as Evan brings it in for the Hawks. On his backhand, trying to feed Schmittling in front, and Moore pulls him into the net. Almost takes out Stoner at the same time. Still battling, trying to center it up, stolen away by TBL. They go to move it out, now turned over again in front of their own net. Holland with it on the forehand. Trying to put a shot on, he gets tied up with McKinney. Ian Thompson near side trying to clear. Bryce steps up on the point to hold it in. Now flips up and out, knocked down by Thompson. Then 2-on-1 with Moore. On the far side, Moore fanned on the shot. They try to get it on net on the one-timer, and TBL almost gets caught with too many men. Holland up and into the zone. The Hawks change, trying to take it in deep. Dixon, Sheely on him. They'll chase Sheely around. Now poked away by Northrop momentarily. They get it back. Bohart turns around, throws it to Link. This should be icing on TBL. It will. Stops the clock with 19 seconds to go here in the second period. Mercinger, Northrop, Altensberger up front, Kerber, and Bonsack on defense. An offensive zone draw here with just a few seconds to go in the period. TBL wins it, trying to move it out. Now they do. Altenberger racing back on the back check. They shoot a one on. Rebound scored. Duck made the save. Came right back on to the tape, and with 6 seconds to go in the period, Lightning going to tie it up on their 18th shot of the game. Duck made the save eventually and came right back onto the tape. They slam it home. Altenberger was racing back to try to help Curbs out. Curbs did his job, took one, and just an unfortunate bounce knots things up here with just 6 to go. Solomon comes in with it. Gets pulled up, and that'll do it for the second. So with 6 seconds left, and now a little extra between Solomon and Stinson here as time has run out. Now still some John between the benches as they go back. Once again, it'll be an exciting third, all knotted up at 1. Big game here today for both squads. IceHawks trying to win their second of the weekend, second of 3 games. Their last night's win against Afton moved them ahead of TBL, currently in the standings with 14 points. So TBL right behind them with 13. And again, in the 2 previous meetings, TBL with a victory and a tie. So Hawks trying to even up the season series. Win here would leapfrog the Hawks over Afton. Would put them at 16 points. Tie would pull them even at 15 and taking on Afton again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Afton's last game of the season. The Hawks will still have a couple left next weekend. So games in hand for the IceHawks can still move up and theoretically could take over the top spot and the top seed of the bracket. Also important considering there are only 7 teams in the brackets. I believe that top seed will end up getting a bye. So big #1 spot. The Hawks can snag on to it. Anybody's division should make for a fun Blue Note Cup playdown coming up at the end of February. We'll try to have those for you here, as many as we can. Got to get this one underway and put away as it's tied up here in the third, just 30 seconds in, and TBL with it in the zone. Hawks trying to move it ahead as Solomon lost his stick. This one will trickle out. Off IceHawks stick and icing is the call, so we'll get another restart down low. In the Hawk zone. Grant Hughes and Phelps out up front. Kerber and Bonsack on defense. Mahoney to the dot. Wins it back to Bridgman. Trey shot on. Doesn't get a ton on. Stick save made there by Duck. TBL still with it in the zone. They battle the board near side. Williams bumped off twice, 3 times out by Bonsack. And he's got to be careful after the big hit on Hodge earlier. You're going to be watching Big 82. Now in front. Some extracurriculars, the bouncing puck through the zone. That one's shot on but wide to Duck's left side. Front, Stinson trying to get it back out to Hughes. Hodge there to pick it off in the zone, keeps it in, puts it back down low. Bonsack. It's tied up down low. Come out with it. Centering pass. That one shot on just wide. Far side. Bonsack without a stick, and now this one up into the netting. I don't know if Ryan lost it, broke it, or what. It looks like it got trapped over in the corner. Goes back to retrieve it. Just never had a chance to go get it. Hawks yet to leave their own zone here in the third. 1.5 minutes in. See if Henry can win the draw and they can escape here on this one. They do not. Get in front. Moore shot on wide. Under the glove of Cope. Hits it back. Now stolen away by Schmidtling, but he and Bryce Haynes miscommunicate and they keep it in the zone. Hicks throws it back in. Knocked down by Fager with a glove. Settles in the slot. Now Haynes pushes over far side. Holland will pick it up. Find himself some room. Turns around, gets it back up to Bryce along the far board. Bryce will bring it out and they finally escape to center. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Flipped in by Haynes. Round near side. Bounces over all the sticks in black and to the Lightning. They're able to tip it out. Thompson picks it up at center with 1 to beat, and they got a 2-on-1. He's got Moore going in the middle. Shot on. Save made there by Declan Cope. His 19th save of the day on 20 shots. Duck now seen 50 shots in less than 2 games. They pepper him once again. Hawks still with just 5 shots on goal for the game. This one-timer in front from Bohart goes wide off the boards. Still down low. Trying to clear. Solomon absolutely clotheslines Colton Stinson. No call. Stinson doesn't like it. Takes a little bit of retribution behind the net. And now Solomon cross-checks Bonsack. Get this under control here in a hurry. It's going to get real chippy real quick. No love lost between the 2 squads. Shot on in front. Oh, Holland there couldn't get it in. Bouncing puck goes wide down low. Hicks dumps it back for Solomon. Simpson bumps him off, and a loose puck comes out. Bohart tips it ahead past Bonsack, but loses an edge as he tries to skate in. Cope will settle it near side, leaves it. As Schmittler wraps it out, picked up by Sheely. He'll throw it in down low as they change. Simpson picks it up again behind his own net. Out to Sheely on the point, knocks it down. Mercier ties him up there along the boards. Trying to steal it away. Six bodies come in to vie for the puck. Hodge comes out with it on the forehand. Looks far side, back door. This shot is fan. Duck get us. It looks like Duck might have got a piece of it. McKendree picks it up at center as the Hawks go to change. Now hold up as it comes right back in front. Shot on by Hodge, goes wide. Off the board here near side. Now this one off the stick of Altmansberger. It'll get into the Lightning zone. Costello drifts back to pick it up. Puts on the brakes against Northrop. Gets it back up far side. Kerber can't make it to the point to hold it in. Gets it back to Haynes. He'll move it up ahead again. Too far for Mercier, and then it'll go. Chases down McKinney as he goes behind Stoner in his own net. It's on the brakes. Ooh, loses it, but so does Mercier as he loses the edge. Can't catch up, and now the Lightning able to bring it up and out of the zone. This one behind Williams. As it comes back now as Mercier and Costello meet. Now Costello caught up here with Mercier. We're going to get a stop here, and they're going to send both of them off. They're going to send Costello and Mercier off and give them matchings. So matching minors for Mercier and Costello. They'll be out first whistle after 8:45. At the 5-on-5 play, and the Lightning winning again. Kicked in by Schmidt, picked up by Moore. Tried to backhand it on through the slot, and that one tipped away by Stinson far side. Colton off the glass, now the zone guy. Hughes one-on-one against Trace. Haynes comes up to help. Oh, drop pass to him. Was behind him, turns it over, and here comes TBL the other way. Mahoney flips it in. That one a little flop shot off the glove of Cope. Bounces out top of the zone. Bridges sets up, shot, glove save for Cope. And Duck saves another.
Hey, how do we have 6 seconds more of a penalty than they do? If they both started at the same time.
Jack the clock!
Yeah, they are. That's what the ref's talking to him
There
about.
shouldn't be anything on the clock anyway, but math is hard.
Right?
And I was a history major and figured it out in about 2 seconds. Hawks win it. Haynes trying to feed it in front, tips out, he scores! Stoner had it go off his foot, an own goal, and Haynes will take it. Hawks with 9:33 to go in the third, take a 2-1 lead on the stick
We only got 6 shots on goal.
of Brent Haynes. I say Brent, I meant Brant.
Now fix the clock!
It's a stoppage of play before they come back on the ice, so it's irrelevant.
TBL wins it again, back in, whoa, and back up
Both of them at the same time. But they have to stop the whistle before they
into the zone it is. Hawks trying to clear it away, shot in, and Duck able to make the save again. As having trouble keeping track of shots and the clock over there. With 9:21. So Haynes gets a second for the Hawks on the 7th shot of the game. Gives them a 2-1 lead. Now they're going to have to fend it off and play smart. Well, this one's not going to get any easier here in the next 9.5. Far side. Lightning keep it in. Another shot on, another save made there for the Duck. Mercier and Costello should be well rested by the time they get up with the pace of this one. Won by the Hawks. Bryce tried to shoot it around, but Fannin, the stick got caught in the boards. Kicked back out to the point. Hicks flips it back in. Now brought out by Schmittling. Try to hit it to Henry. They wave off the icing. Down low. TBL trying to bring it up near side. Holland in the way, but can't gather it. Now kicked out of the zone. Fager with it. Gives it far side for Haynes. Bryce. Gonna put it in as. Oh, and this one trickles back and through. Oh, we're gonna say no goal. No signal yet. That was rolling back onto the line. I think Stoner did get back to cover it up before it came. Whoops, sorry about that. I forgot to stop the clock before it went through. And TBL gets lucky there. Stoner puts his hand to his face. They almost allowed another. Hawks just that close. Taking a 2-goal lead, which would be dandy here in this one. Fager from the point. Shifts it off far side. Shot. Ooh, that one goes wide. A rifle off of the stick of Bryce Haynes. Get it back again in front. Holland puts a shot on, and that one off of Costello. That one's going to hurt in the morning, and he's still limping around. As Holland was able to get all of that. Still have it down low. Henry trying to feed out in front again as he's bumped off. Needs some help. It's Costello trying to kick it out. Haynes knocks it down. Williams trying to steal it away. Center it up. Schmittling. Bouncing puck thrown on. That one deflects wide off the stick on Mahoney. Back to the point again near side. Fager dumps it back down low once more. Schmittling has it trying to feed him. Assuming that's Henry. Now caught. Another good catch and knockdown by Fager. Takes a shot. That one blocked in front by McKinney. Now they bring it out as Haynes able to take out Williams. And move it ahead off the stick of Holland into the zone. Can't settle it down. Shealy moves it ahead. It's picked up by Bonsack. Trying to move across center as they get tied up in front of the TBL net. Northrop, far side, off the backhand, trying to tip it ahead into the zone. Shealy picks it up, backs up. Costello with it. Dishes off again, far side. Knocked down, but knocks a stick out of the hand of Northrop. Stinson skates in, so there's that one picked away by Costello. In front, shot on by Altenberg, goes just wide. Stinson again from the near side. No shot, dumps it back down low. Northrop went to the front of the net, lost an edge. Has to come back in, try to help out. Shealy misplays the puck in the corner. Now pushed off by Williams. Altensberger there as Northrop on top of the puck comes free, and now Williams with it. Gonna bring it out of the zone. Has Thompson to his left. Hawks back in, who gets it through the legs of Bonsack. A shot and a save there by Duck. Duck had to keep the pad down and keep that one from going in. Now Schmidt fans on the shot, dumps it in far side. Thompson over to it. Wins the race to it against Altenberger, but Bonsack there to help out. Puts on the brakes, trying to kick it back up to Cooper. Pass him. Hicks holds it in at the point. Now Cooper gets in the way again, trying to just kick it out. Shot in front, tipped away by Stinson. And he'll wrap it around near side. Too far off the stick of Schmidt. And they'll say he did not touch. It'll be icing on the Hawks. Thought he got a piece of it, did not. 6:13 to go. We'll get a face-off in the Hawks end, and they have a 2-1 lead on the go-ahead goal from Brant Haynes. Going to be back on the air this afternoon, 3:10. The puck drop from Afton. Eagles taking on the Jets as they try to avenge a loss from last month. This shot comes in from Moore off the blocker. Tipped on in front, nobody there as Huebner was trying to center it up. Now the Hawks cleared away back out to center. Schmidt backs to his own end, has tons of time and room. He'll reset, got more ahead of him, as well as Huebner and Thompson. Stolen away by Phelps, though. Top of the zone, steps up, top of the circle, shot on that one off of Schmidt. Now Haynes loses his stick. Gets it to Hughes, takes a shot, had it wide open on the corner and just missed it. Puts it off the glass. He tried to get it into the corner over the glove, and he had him beat. Just missed the spot. Haynes regathers his twig and forces him into the board's far side. Hits out with it again. Now has him on the backside. We're going to get a call here on the Hawks as they're going to get a cross-checking penalty. On Haynes, it looks like. So with 5:15 to go. Hawks going to go back to the kill as Brandt goes to the box. Third penalty of the day for the Hawks. And not a great time as they're nursing a 1-goal lead. About to fight off another. Henry, Holland, Fager, and Stinson out as they win the draw, then ice the puck. Kills 9 seconds off, 7 seconds off of the penalty. And we'll go again from the far circle, excuse me. One back, Stinson with it. Colton gets on the brakes, turns around, finds Bridgman right behind him. He's got Huebner to his left as they both go down to the ice. Henry trying to come in to help out. Schmidt waits out top of the slot. Now we get a whistle after we get a bit of a stalemate. Puck lodged underneath. I'm going to bring it back. Costello's coming on for Bridgman with 1:08 left on the power play. Puck drop one by the Lightning to shoot him, but Stinson there with it. Puts it off the board, doesn't get a ton, hits a snowdrift and settles for Huebner. Shot in front, glove down by Fager, and it's a couple of them baseball skills he's used today to keep him out of harm's way or in the zone. Holland. Chasing Schmidt in and pins him down behind his own net. Good job right there. And to take both players out of the play. Here comes Costello, streaks in, untouched shot on. That one high over the net as it kind of fluttered in over a duck. I think he thought it was coming in a little hotter than it ended up coming. Almost fooled him. Luckily it was high and out of the play. Now picked off top of the zone by Stinson. Colton out on his backhand, he'll bring it in. Steps up, 15 seconds left on the penalty. Shot on, save made by Stoner. Haynes ready to jump out of the box. Huebner brings it back in as he steps around. Stinson loses an edge, bouncing puck settled by Bohart. Now when, oh wow, what a save from Duck. As that one was fluttering, it almost looked like a slider coming in. Deflected just barely off somebody's shoulder and right into the mitt. What a save there from Duck. That might have been save of the day right there. It was not flashy at all, but boy just stuck with it. That one was curving on him right back inside. It was like a backdoor breaking ball. Keeps the 1-goal lead. Now this one knocked down by Hughes near side. Hicks turns around, throws it into the zone. 3:30 to go. 5-on-5 hockey. The Hawks have killed off their third penalty of the day. Bodies hitting in the corner, pucks away, and Haynes still going at it with Solomon as it comes back towards them. Solomon comes in up high as Hughes able to tip this one out of the zone. Got to race Shealy to it, and Shealy will win it in front of his own net. Flips it far side. You got to think they'll pull Stoner with a minute or so left with 3 minutes to go. Williams steps in, makes the move around Haynes, drops it back, picked off by Phelps. Now Hughes comes in to help out, picks it up on the forehand. He'll skate in against all 3 defenders. Backhands it on, knocked down by Shealy. Thompson to the corner, turns around, sees Haynes, panics and dumps it near side. Works out for him as Hughes pumps one into the corner, trying to seal it away. Now Phelps will go down and help out as Stinson mans the point. Back in front, Haynes shot on, pad save, turned around, shot on again. This one loose in front, still loose, and now CBL able to clear it out. Shot on again from Bonsack, meets Williams' stick and settles right back where it was. Haynes trying to center it up, not far enough for Hughes, and now in front, Micah knocks it down, steps up, shot on off the post, off the stick of Stinson. Oh, and Stinson couldn't buy it on that one. Had him beat off of the post and skirts out far side. Oh man, that is a few that the Hawks should have had if they get the bounce. And now we're gonna get a timeout here as TBL gonna take a second to regroup. 2-1 lead for the Hawks, being outshot 27-10, but with a 2-1 lead, hanging on in this one. It's been a good one.
Well, the one that rolled behind me, and then that one, he didn't know where it was at. We had nobody in that area.
It should be a face-off in the offensive zone for the IceHawks here coming up with 2:09 to go. Try to pin them down in there, keep them from putting the extra attacker on to tie the game. As Stoner will probably start inching towards the bench with every bit of real estate they gain towards the Hawk zone. And important for them to keep it down here on this far end. Stinson and Fager out on defense. Schmittling, Holland. And Charlie Henry up front with a game plan. Henry goes to the dot against Mahoney. Big possession here, they win. Schmittling settled it down, tried to put it on, but off of Costello. Comes back to center. Now Stinson has it. Turns around as he skates back toward his own end. Brings it back up. Center ice, flips it in. Keeps Stoner in net. Comes right back out. Now Stoner's got to cover it up. Give the Hawks another face-off. Over to Stoner's left side. Under 2 to go. Henry to the dot again. Big draw. He wins it. Held in at the point by Stinson. Throws it down low for Holland as he bumps Mahoney off the puck. Don't do anything done here, boys. Play some hockey. Far side, Stinson able to hold it in against Solomon. Flips it ahead as he goes down in front. Picked up there by McKinney. And he'll bring it out for TBL. Flips it into the zone. Stoner still in net, 1:30 to go. Shot on, glove save there for Duck. As he reaches out with the mitt and secures it with 1:28 to go. Chuckles back to the dot for the Hawks. They win it. Bohart shot on, tipped on, pad save. Bouncing puck comes back to Bohart, moves it back in. TBL with it down low, trying to center it up, knocked out of the way by Schmittling. As Stoner still in net for the Lightning. Hicks hammers it back down in 1:15 to go. Bohart with it near side, dumps it back down low. Kerber there to intercept it. They tried to get it. Now Schmidt steps up, takes a shot. That one off Solomon, sticking wide. Far side, Holland picks up the loose puck, flips it up for Henry. He'll backhand it out as Stoner now has gone to the bench for the 6th skater. So 6 on 5, empty net for the Lightning. Henry steps up as they push Solomon off. Mahoney brings it in far side. 40 seconds, trickles through and to the near side. Kerber tries to get a piece. Bohart trying to throw it on. That one off a sticking wide. Hubner down low, trying to feed it out to Hicks. They got 4 along the top of the zone. Don't want to let it break free. Stolen away. Shot on net. It's an empty net goal! Evan Holland will get credit for that one. With 23 to go, Hawks take a 3-1 lead. By the Hawks, they'll throw it back in. Big win again here for the IceHawks here this morning. 14 to go. As Thompson crosses center, comes in there trying to get it back under 10. Steps up, that one thrown away by Phelps as he gets a piece. We're going to get a penalty here with 2 seconds to go. As Phelps is going to take a tripping minor here and it's formalities here at this point. Coke turns away 28 of 29 shots and is so far. Let's see if they'll get one more. As Phelps goes in for his tripping minor. Brian Haynes will go up against Hodge here. One more face-off, and this should do it for this one. One last shot, one last save. Duck saves 29 to 30. Hawks get goals from Schmittling in the second period. Brant Haynes gets the game winner at 9:33 in the third. Holland adds the empty netter with 23 seconds to go, and the Hawks get a 3-1 win here in the junior rink. We'll be back this afternoon, 3:10 puck drop from Afton. The Eagles take on the Jets, and then back here in the morning, 8 a.m. puck drop between the Ice Hawks and the Afton Americans, which should be a great finale for the Hawks weekend. It should be a good one, so if you're up early and doing nothing, come on out to the Recplex and catch that one. Should be a great one between Afton and the Ice Hawks. And then one tomorrow night, the finale of our weekend, a 5:50 puck drop from Chesterfield as the Hawks take on the Knights. Fun one here at the Recplex. Once more, Hawks 3, Lightning 1. We'll see you all this afternoon from Afton. Until then, everybody enjoy your Saturday morning. Thanks for watching, everybody.